So Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We will start the class. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Srimatapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Hare. So, Hare Krishna devotees, welcome back to the session 17 of Master the Basics Sanskrit Grammar and Sahitya. शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम् वागर्थाविव संपृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. One by one devotees can start. So Chaitanya Mangal Prabhu, you start. Chaitanya Prabhu. Sachipya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Rama Ramo Rama Ramam Ramo Ramana Ramena Ramabhim Rame Ramaya Ramabhim Rame Ramad Ramabhim Ramebhya Ramasya Ramayo Ramanam Rame Ramayo Rameshu He Rama He Rama He Rama.
It's go second Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am back.
Hare.
Sorry, I was coming.
हाँ चैतन्य प्रभु. अच्छा अच्छा.
Yes.
You are somewhere else. Yeah, you can chant this Shabda Rupa.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Ram Ramo Rama Ramamu Rame Ramaha Ramaya Ramabhyam Ramya Rama Ramabhyam Rameyo Ramya Ramabhyam Ramabhyah Ramaya Ramabhyam Ramabhyah Ramaya
Ramabhya.
Rameyo
Ramaya. This one
Ramanama
you have to read this one. Ramayaha, Ramayoho, Ramaha. This one.
Ramayaho
Ramaha.
Ramanamu
Yes.
Ramayamu Ramayoho Ramesha sorry Ramasu He
Yes.
Ramo He Ramo He Ramaha
Hey Rame. Hey Rame.
He Rame
Hey Rame.
He
Hey
Rame
Rama.
He Rame He Ramaha.
Hey
Prabhuji,
Rama.
I was really sick yesterday, all cold and flu, everything. Even my voice and ear, I said like very itchy. I took some medication now. That's why I didn't join.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, this pollen in US we have something called pollen. The trees spread their leaves and everything, so the air gets polluted with the uh, with all those studded leaves, so, and new leaves start blossoming later on.
I see.
So initially, first 5 years, I didn't have any allergies with that, but then slowly the immune system got diluted, I guess,
Oh.
especially in East Coast, especially in East Coast. Yeah,
Yes,
Prabhuji, thank you. Yeah.
Shyamlal.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
फलं फले फलानि, फलं फले फलानि, फलेन फलाभ्यं फलैः, फलाय फलाभ्यं फलेभ्यः, फलात् फलाभ्यं फलेभ्यः, फलस्य फलयोः फला फलानां फले फलयोः फलेषु हे हे फल हे फले हे फलानि।
मधुर गंगा माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। अहम आवाम वयम माम आवाम अस्मान् मया अवाभ्याम अस्माभिः मह्यम आवाभ्याम अस्माभ्यम मत आवाभ्याम अस्मत् मम आवयोः अस्माकं मयि आवयोः अस्मासु।
Perfect. Yes. पारुल माता जी।
युष्मत् त्वं यूयाम यूयम त्वाम युवाम युष्मान् त्वया युवाभ्याम युष्माभि तुभ्यं युवाभ्याम युष्मभ्यः युष्मभ्यं त्वत् युवाभ्याम युष्मत् तव युवयोः युष्माकं त्वयि युवयोः युष्मासु।
Yes. गोकुलानंद प्रभु। सो कह कौ के कम कौकान केन काभ्याम कैहि कस्मै काभ्याम केभ्यः कस्मात् काभ्याम केभ्यः कस्य कयोः केशां कस्मिन् कयोः केषु। Okay. Yes,
So,
Gokulanand Prabhu.
yes, I have problem with my unmuting my microphone. That's why.
Okay,
So,
no problem. You can tell Kim Shabdah Strilinga.
Strilingam. Okay.
Yes.
Ka ke kaha, kam ke kaha, kaya kabhyam kabhihi, kasyai kabhyam kabhyaha, kasyaha kabhyam kabhyaha, kasyaha kayoho kasam, kasyam kayoho kasu.
Yes. Sachi Priya Mataji. 1 second. Here there are two ISKCON Dharwad. One is ISKCON Dharwad and the one is Dharwad
Sorry.
Sachi Priya.
Actually, mine,
Oh, Sadayogi Prabhu.
I didn't change name. Sorry.
Yes, no problem. Sadayogi Prabhu, please chant Kim Shabdah Napunsakalinga Kim Shabdah.
Yeah, मकारान्तः नपुंसकलिङ्गः किं
Kim
शब्दः किं के कानि केन काभ्यां कैः कस्मै काभ्यां केभ्यः कस्मात् काभ्यां केभ्यः कस्य कयोः केषां कस्मिन् कयोः केषु।
Yes. Next we have another Hari Shabdah, Pullingah, Ikarantah, Pullingah, Hari Shabdah, Harihi, Hari, Harayah, Harim, Hari, Hareen, Harina, Haribhyam, Haribihi, Haraye, Haribhyam, Haribhyah, Harehe, Haribhyam, Haribhyah, Harehe, Haryoho, Harinam, Harau, Haryoho, Harishu. He Hare, He Hari, He Haraya. Okay. Yes, Shyamlal Prabhu. Please chant.
हरिः हरि हरयः हरिं हरि हरिन्
हरि हरिं हरि हरिं
हरिं हरि
हरि हरि
Harinam.
हरे हरिभ्यां हरिभ्यां Hare Hare Ho Hare Ram. Hare.
Yes, Shyamla.
Yeah, I'll start again. Hari Hari Harayah Harim Hari Harin Harina Haribhyam Haribhi Haraye Haribhyam Haribhyah Hare Haribhyam Haribhyah Hare Hareyo Harinam Haro Hare Hariyo Harishu He Hare He Hari He Haraya.
Yes. What is the meaning of Harav? Saptami Vibhakti Ekvachan. Harav.
Harau in relation to Hari.
No, Saptami Vibhakti. Saptami.
Saptami. From Har. Bahu, right?
No, Ekvachan.
Ekvachan. From Hari.
No, I'm
Sorry.
speaking Saptami.
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 It should be location. So it's like
Location.
in relation. Location. In Hari.
Yes, simple. In Hari. Then Hariyoho, in both Hari, in two Haris. In Harishu, in many Haris. You got it too?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. We will study Tingantam Padam today. In Sanskrit language, there are only two types of words. Verb, Tingantam Padam, and noun, Subantam Padam. Here, verb, Tingantam, is a word or Padam, which is the primary element in the sentence. In a sense that all nouns or Subanta Padas are connected to the verb. For example, in a sentence, he sees an elephant in the forest with his friend. The verb sees is the primary element of the sentence, and all the nouns are connected to the verb either directly or indirectly. So, Tingandam Padam here, or the verb is sees in this sentence. He sees an elephant. The action of seeing someone. And all the other nouns which are present in the sentence, they are connected to the verb either as an object, either as a subject, either as an instrument, either as a recipient of action, or either as a point of separation, or either as a location. So they are connected to the verb either directly or indirectly. To be exact, Tingandam is a finite verb which completes a sentence. For example, in the sentence, he offers melted ghee into burning fire. Offers is the finite verb. Yes, offers is a finite verb. So third person singular in English. Third person singular. Melted and burning are considered to be participles, and participle is a type of noun which qualifies other nouns in terms of action. So this is just a different topic about Visheshanas. Okay. So equation of a verb, very important. So in Subantam Padam, we saw that there are two basic constituents in which Subantam Padam is formed. Okay. Ashwini Mataji, could you please tell us what are the two basic constituents in which Subantam Padam is formed?
Say again. What are the
two basic constituents through which a Subantam Padam is formed?
Pratipadam and Supratyaya? Like,
Yes.
let's say Ram and then Su and O, like that.
Yeah. So that will be
First one,
Subantam.
Supratyaya,
Yes.
suffix.
Suffix, yes. So then Padam is formed, so Padam is actually made up of Kriti and Pratyaya. In Subandam Padam, Prakriti is called Pratipikam, Pratyaya is called Suprat. So another type of Padam is Kriya Padam or Tingandam Padam. Tingandam Padam literally means that which ends with Ting Pratyaya is called Tingandam. Now here Kriya Padam or Tingandam Padam, Prakriti is called Dhatu. And pratyaya, in pratyaya we have two types of pratyayas. Vikarana pratyayas and ting pratyayas. So, like for example, kriyapadam or tingantam padam we have pathati. Now dhatu is pat. Pat is the dhatu. Vikarana pratyaya is a and ting pratyaya is ti. It becomes pathati. Okay, so after applying dhatu and vikarana pratyaya and ting pratyayas, it becomes pathati. It has become a pada. It has become a tingantam pada. Okay. A dhatu is the basic element of tingantam. A dhatu indicates only an action. For example, bhu is a dhatu and its meaning is to be. Drish is another dhatu and its meaning is to see. And by suffixing different verbal suffixes or ting pratyayas to one dhatu, according to person, third person, second person, or first person, and number, three types of number, ekvachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana. Different forms of verbs or tingantam padas are produced. This is what we call conjugation of verb or kriyapadas. Okay. So by suffixing ting pratyayas to one dhatu according to person and number, we get different types of dhatu, the kriyapadas. Okay. In Subandhapadam, what was happening? In Subandhapadam, we were having 7 vibhaktis and 3 vachanas. In Dhatu, what is there? We have 3 persons and 3 numbers. We have 3 persons and 3 numbers. Okay. Now, how many ting pratyayas are there? Note down. Important. There are 18 ting pratyayas. There are 18 ting pratyayas. Tip tas ji, sip tas tha, mip vas mas. Ta atham jha, thas atham dhvam, it vahi mahi. So here is an abbreviation. You start third person singular pratyaya and end with the last one, mahi. And you just combine them, it becomes ting pratyayas. So there are totally 9 plus 9 pratyayas. Now, for example, just for example, I have taken here. How a verb is conjugated from a single dhatu into 9 different forms by suffixing 9 different suffixes according to 3 types of persons and 3 numbers. So dhatu is bhu or to be, and ting pratyayas are these tip tas chi, sip tas tha, mip pasmas. When you apply these ting pratyayas, here it is not mentioned, but so when we apply these pratyayas to one, we get these forms. Bhavati, bhavataha, bhavanti, bhavasi, bhavatah, bhavata, bhavami, bhavavaha, bhavamaha. Okay. So we get these forms. This is for example we are taking. Presently we are taking only 9 verbal suffixes. Totally there are 18 verbal suffixes, ting pratyayas. But just for example, we are applying 9 suffixes to bhu dhatu and we are getting 9 different forms. Okay, this much is understood. This much is understood to everyone. Yes, Chaitanya Prabhu. Is it understood?
Prabhuji, can you repeat one more time? I missed it. I was listening, but
yeah, so simply what is
17
happening, the Kriyapadam
17
is made up of 2 components, dhatu and ting pratyayas. And when
Okay.
we apply ting pratyayas, we have 18 ting pratyayas. And when we apply to one dhatu, we get different forms. We get kriyapadas. Now, for example, I have taken one dhatu that is called bhu. Bhu is one of the dhatu or the root verb. Okay.
Okay.
And when we are applying 9 different ting pratyas, 9 ting pratyas, when we are applying to one, that is bhu, we are getting 9 different forms. So
Okay.
tingantam padam, if you see, bhavati, bhavatah, bhavanti, bhavati, bhavatah, bhavata, bhavami, bhavavah, bhava. So when we
Yeah, understood, Prabhuji. Yeah, on the right side, verbs,
when we
right?
apply
Yes.
tip to bhu, tas to bhu, chi to bhu, like that, then we get bhavati, bhavata, bhavanti. Then we get, if you apply second person pratyas to bhu dhatu, we get bhavasi, bhavatah, bhavatha. Then we have one dhatu bhu, we get bhavami, bhavava.
Wow.
Okay. You understood now?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Is it
Yeah.
clear? Now in Sanskrit grammar, we have around 2000 dhatus. Okay, we have around 2000 dhatus. And these dhatus have been listed in Panini's dhatu part. Okay, Madhur Ganga Mataji, any what is the famous book written by Panini? Madhur Ganga Mataji. Okay, so
Maheshwar.
yes,
Maheshwar Sutra.
Maheshwar Sutras, just leave that. The famous book written by Panini is Ashtadhyay. Ashtadhyay is a book written by Panini. Okay, this is very famous book. And another book is written by Panini, that is Dhatu Pata. In Dhatu Pata, what is happening? In Dhatu Pata, all the 2000 dhatus are being listed down. Okay. What are the 2000 dhatus are there? Okay. Now you understood dhatu, we are applying the suffixes, the ting pratyas to one dhatu, and then we are getting forms. Now there is a classification of dhatu. Okay. There are classifications of dhatu. Dhatu is the basic element in Sanskrit language and it indicates action itself. There are about 2000 dhatus defined by Panini in a book called Dhatu Pataha. In the Dhatu Pataha, these dhatus are classified in 2 ways according to the way they conjugate. Now there are 2 classifications. Kindly write it down. So 10 groups of conjugations. In Sanskrit grammar, we have 10 ganas. We have 10 groups in which in one group some dhatus are there, in another group some dhatus are included, assigned, in another gana some dhatus. In that way 2000 dhatus are assigned to some dhatus are there in each of the ganas, and in that way 2000 dhatus are classified in the 10 groups of conjugations. There are 10 ganas. And second classification of dhatu is done by 3 types: Parasmai pada, Atmane pada, and Ubhai pada. What is the meaning of these terms? I will explain later. But presently, just remember the term. Okay, just remember these terms: Parasmai pada, Atmane pada, and Ubhai pada. So in these 2 ways, the dhatu verbal root, not Tingantam padam. Until now, Tingantam padam is dhatus are only classified into 2 ways. 10 groups of conjugations and 3 types: Parasmai pada, Atmane pada, Ubhai pada. Okay. Now the very first classification which is being done, it's like this. So there are 10 ganas and the names of the ganas are like this: Vadi ganaha, Adadi ganaha, Juhotyadi ganaha, Divadi ganaha, Swadi ganaha, Tudadi ganaha, Rudhadi ganaha, Tanadi ganaha, Krayadi ganaha, and Churadi ganaha. These are the names of the 10 ganas. And in each gana, some dhatus are included. Like in Vadi gana, 1010 dhatus are there. In Adadi gana, 72 dhatus are there. In Juhotyadi gana, 24 dhatus are there. And in that way, Churadi gana, we have 410 dhatus. So in that way, when we just add them, we get 1944. 1944 dhatus. So approximately we have 2000 dhatus. And these are listed down in the Dhatu Pataha of Panini. Okay. Now we got to know that there are 18 Ting Pratyayas. How many Pratyayas are there? 18 Ting Pratyayas. Now in Pratyaya, which are applied to one Dhatu, in that there is another type of Pratyaya. And the name of that Pratyaya is called Vikarana Pratyaya. Vikarana Pratyaya. So Vikarana Pratyayas, they are there. So for Vadi Gana, the very first Gana, that is the name of that Gana is Vadi. And one Vikarana Pratyaya is there, and that Vikarana Pratyaya is applied for all the dhatus which are included in that Vadi Gana. In Adadi Gana and Juhotyadi Gana, we don't have Vikarana Pratyaya. Then in Divadi Gana, Ya Vikarana Pratyayas are applied to all the dhatus which are included in Divadi. Then Nu is another Vikarana Pratyaya which is applied to all the dhatus which are there in the Swadi Gana. Then another is also there, sixth one. So is the Vikarana Pratyaya which is included, which is applied to all the dhatus which are there in Tudadi Gana, or Gana means group of dhatus. Okay. Then Na is assigned to Rudhadi Gana, U is assigned to Tanadi Gana, Na is assigned to Kriyadi Gana, and is assigned to Chudadi Gana. So in that way, we have these Vikarana Pratyayas and Ting Pratyayas. Ting Pratyayas are 18 in number, and Vikarana Pratyayas are these. So which are there for the respective Ganas, respective groups of dhatus. Okay. So like for example, Pathati. Pat is the dhatu and Ti is the Pratyaya. Ti is the Ting Pratyaya. And in between dhatu and Ting Pratyaya, we have Vikarana Pratyaya. So Pat dhatu is there in the Gana named Vadi Gana. And when Ting Pratyayas are applied and Vikarana Pratyaya which is assigned to that particular group, that is A. So after Pat dhatu, the A Pratyaya will be assigned, will be applied, and Ti Pratyaya will also be assigned, will be applied. Then it will become Pathati. Pathati. Similarly, in the fourth Gana, if you see Divadi Gana, Nrit is the dhatu. And at the last Ti is the Pratyaya applied. And in between dhatu and Ting Pratyaya, we have another Vikarana Pratyaya, that is Ya. And then it becomes Nrityati. Nrityati, what does that mean? Nrityati? Nritya means to dance. For each Gana, there is a different Vikarana Pratyaya. Okay. There are 10 classes of dhatus called Ganas, and each gets one Pratyaya called Vikarana Pratyaya. Except the second Gana and the third Gana, all the other Ganas we have, Vikarana Pratyayas. Okay. Okay, quick revision. Ram Tulsi Mataji. Ram Tulsi Mataji, are you there?
सॉरी प्रभु जी, अभी मैं नहीं कर सकती, सॉरी।
हाँ, अभी आप बोलेंगे?
नहीं, मैं बिजी हूँ, जैसा आई एम लिसनिंग ऐसे।
अच्छा। ओके, पारुल माताजी. So
Yes,
what
Prabhu
is
ji.
Kriyapadam made up of?
Dhatu plus Vikarana Pratyaya plus Ting Pratyaya.
How many dhatus are listed on in dhatu part of Panini?
That I missed, Prabhuji.
How many?
That I don't know, Prabhuji.
2000.
Oh,
No,
yes.
you know
Yes.
now. How you don't know? I just told now only. So there are 2000 dhatus. Yes.
Yeah.
So around approximately we have 2000 dhatus which are listed down in dhatu part of Panini. Okay. How many ganas are there?
10 Ganas, Prabhuji.
10 ganas. So everyone please pay attention. Okay. Everyone, class is going on. Everyone please pay attention here. Okay. And leave all other works, just leave it. Focus here. Shyamlal Prabhu.
So in which two ways the
So in
dhatus are
which two
classified?
ways dhatus are classified?
10 groups of conjugation and 3 types of परस्मय पद, आत्मय पद, and ubhaya pad.
Excellent. Yes. What is the name of pratyay which are applied to dhatu except ting pratyayas? What is the name of pratyaya which are applied to one dhatu except ting or not ting pratyayas?
For me, right? Should I?
Yes. I'm asking.
Vikaran pratyay.
Yes, vikarana pratyayas. Next, Madhur Ganga Mataji. How many ting pratyayas are there?
18 ting pratyayas.
18 ting pratyayas. Perfect. Now, next point, next topic. Each dhatu can take or can have forms in 10 lakaras. Each dhatu can have forms in 10 lakaras. What is the meaning of lakara? There are 10 lakaras. There is a term called lakara. And there are lakaras 10 in number. Lakaras denote the tenses or mood of the action. Okay, so tense in English we have tense, no? Present tense, past tense, future tense, simple future tense. Many tenses we have. Yes. When that action is happening, or when that action is going to happen, or mood of the action. That action is happening, but how the action is, what is the mood of the action? I will explain this. So, how the action is happening? The action is happening, but how in what mood? What is in what particular, mood that action is actually being executed? Okay, in what particular thought process? So that action is happening. I will explain this in detail later on. So there are 10 suffixes called lakaras, and they are lut, lit, lut, rit, lot, lung, vidhiling, ashirling, lung, and ring. How many lakaras are there? 10 lakaras are there. There are 10 lakaras. These are the lakaras. Lut, lit, lut, rit, lot, lung, vidhiling, ashirling, lung, ring. And one dhatu can have many forms in these 10 lakaras. Okay. I know many devotees are getting confused. Gradually, just hold on. I will explain gradually. But just have some introduction that there is some object and there is something called lakaras in Sanskrit grammar. Just have that some type of idea you have. That there are some 10 lakaras, okay, and lut, lit, these are the 10 lakaras. And the dhatu can have forms in different lakaras. Okay, this much is understood. Next. Since they all have la in their names, they are conventionally called lakaras. You see, we tell no in Sanskrit grammar, akara, ukara, rikara, takara. Yes. So if you see in these 10 names, lut, lit, lut, lit, you see the very first one, the very first letter, or everything starts with la, except for vidhiling and ashirling. At the end, it's there, ling and ling. So that is different story. But if you see the other, except vidhiling and ashirling, the first letter of all the names, it starts with la. And that's why conventionally in Sanskrit grammar, we denote them as lakaras. We indicate them as 10 lakaras. Okay. So what is happening now? Lakaras are actually suffixed to one dhatu. Before I told ting pratyayas are there, that is okay. But lakaras are suffixed to a dhatu. For example, bhu is one dhatu and plus lat. So the very first lakara is what? Lat. Okay, very first lakara, or these are all what actually suffixes. These are also pratyayas. These are also suffixes. Okay. So first of all, the lat lakara is being applied to one dhatu, bhu dhatu. And lakara is to be substituted by ting pratyaya. Originally, what is happening, bhu dhatu is there and lat lakara is being applied. Okay, lat lakara is being applied. Then lakara is actually substituted by the ting pratyayas. So bhu dhatu plus tip, the very first pratyaya of ting, the very first pratyaya in the ting pratyayas, if you see, third person singular, that is tip pratyaya. And lat lakara is substituted by one of the ting pratyayas. Since ting pratyayas are substitutes for lakara, all verbs or tingantams are originally made by suffixing lakara to one dhatu. So process is like this. The very first step is that there is one dhatu, and first of all the lat lakara is being applied. Then lat lakara will be substituted by ting pratyayas, by one of the ting pratyayas. This is the process. First of all, there is dhatu, then there is lakara. Lakara will be suffixed to one dhatu, okay, and lakara will be substituted by the pratyayas in ting pratyayas. This is the process. So we have dhatu plus vikarana pratyayas plus ting pratyayas. And ting pratyayas are substitutes of lakaras which are originally suffixed to the dhatus. And these are the 18 ting pratyayas. You can see tip thus jeet, sip thus tha, mip was was, and the rest of the 9. Okay. Ashwini Mataji, can you please tell the whole process, what is happening here?
Okay, so Prabhu, here we have a dhatu, right?
Okay.
So dhatu, for dhatu we have two things. We have a tingantam pratyaya and we have a tin pratyaya.
Vikarana pratyaya. Vikarana pratyaya.
Vikaran pratyaya, correct. So Vikaran has its own set of 10 subset, and then we have the Vikaran pratyaya. Sorry, the other pratyaya, tin pratyaya, he has a 18. That 18 set again divided into 3 parts, P, A, and U, which is like Ubhay Pad, Ubhay Pad, Parasmay Pad.
Ting pratyayas are not divided. Let leave it. Ting pratyayas are not divided. That I will speak about it later. But first of all, there are only 2 classifications of dhatus based on 10 ganas. Second one is 3 types: Parasmi pada, Atmane pada, Ubhay pada.
Ubhay Pada. Okay.
Next process.
So,
second step.
okay. And then again these teen pratyaya, within that, let's say if you take Atmane pada will also have 9 blocks in it. In a sense, it will be based on your what you call singular, dual, and plural, and each will have a 1, 2, 3 based on the
Persons.
first person, second person, and third person. Right, the same will apply to Parasmay Pada P1. Same thing, singular, dual, and plural, and then
3 persons.
3 persons.
Done.
First,
Next.
second, and third.
Next.
And then so far this much, Prabha, we have discussed.
No, Mataji, I just discussed now about the substitutes of for lakara. You heard that?
Okay. Yes. To substitute, I don't remember the count, Prabhu, because but yes, within a lakara there are
10
substitute like more than 10. 10. Okay, 10 lakaras there, and these 10 lakaras are again what you can say a part of a dhatu only. So it will be a dhatu plus lakara. It will happen. And
no,
they will
here
have,
it is written. Just read this sentence, Mataji. Just read this. Since tin pratyayas.
Sin pratyaya, substitute of a lakara.
All verbs
Are originally made by the suffix lakara dhatu.
Suffixing lakara to dhatu.
So it will be dhatu plus lakara pratyaya, right?
First, that is first step. First step.
Okay, dhatu plus lakara pratyaya, and then dhatu plus tip. Tip is also lat substitute of a ting pratyaya. Can you just explain this?
Lakara will be substituted by ting pratyas. First of all, there is one dhatu, and there are 10 lakaras.
Okay.
So
okay,
one
okay.
lakara one of the lakaras take the very first one. What is the first one? Lat lakara. Okay.
Lat.
Lat lakara, when we are applying to dhatu, then what will happen? Ting pratyas will be the substitutes for the lakara. So lakara will be substituted by ting pratyas. First step, lat lakara will be applied to dhatu. Second step, lakara will be substituted by ting pratyas.
Okay.
Yes, you got it now. That's the second step.
Okay.
Shyamlal, how did you get it?
I'll need some go through
What
again.
is the problem happening here? Is it not here? See, since ting pratyas are substitutes for lakara, originally what is happening? The 10 lakaras are there, and they will be first of all applied. Take for example, lat lakara is applied to the bhu dhatu. That's the very first step. Then
Can you
second
explain-
step is that the ting pratyas will become the substitutes for the lat lakara, and then the forms will happen.
So what is the form like? Bhu.
What is the form? I just showed it before.
Prabhuji, can you explain with one example all these steps? Then
Yeah.
we'll-
Example is
Prabhuji,
there after
also
that.
why we need to substitute ting pratyas, why we need to substitute lakaras with ting pratyay, that is
To
not
get
clear.
different forms. To get different forms.
But even by putting lakara, won't it be because every lakara is different?
Yeah, but still, this is the process mentioned by Panini. That first of all, the dhatu will be suffixed by lakara. Then the lakara will be substituted by ting. This is the process.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the problem, like why and also how, like how lakara will be substituted with ting pratyay, I think.
That is sutras. So I will not discuss sutras here. Okay, just see. So first of all, dhatu is there. Okay, dhatu is there. And dhatu, bhu dhatu is there. And we are applying first of all the first lakara. Lat lakara. Okay. First we are applying lat lakara. And then lat lakara will be substituted by ting pratyas. Lat lakara will be substituted by ting pratyas. Then we will get the form bhavati, bhavata, bhavanti, bhavasi, bhavata, bhavata, bhavami, bhavava, bhavam. So I'm just adding one more step between ting pratyaya and bhu dhatu is that ting pratyas, before ting pratyas actually lakara is being applied, and after lakara, the lakara is actually substituted by ting pratyas. That's the only step I'm adding there. Nothing else. Okay. So ting pratyaya are applied, that is for sure. But just before ting pratyaya, actually lakara is applied. And one of the lakaras, 10 lakaras are there. So take for example, the lat lakara is being applied to bhu dhatu. Then lat lakara will be substituted by ting pratyas. Then it will become bhavati, bhavata, bhavanti, bhavasi, bhavata, bhavata, bhavami, bhavava. Of that particular lakara, of that particular lat lakara. Then similarly, if we take for example the second lakara, what is the lakara second? Lang or lit lakara if you say. Okay, so then if we get lit lakara, if we apply bhu dhatu is there, and first of all lit lakara will be applied to bhu dhatu. Then lit lakara will be substituted by ting pratyas. Then we will get different forms. Okay.
So Prabhuji, is it substitution or addition? Like
No, there is no addition here. Only substitution.
so that's one, like how lakar and what is sub, that's the gap. Like once you gave example for the noun like for Shabd Rupas, that you said even like we don't need to go into the details, but we understood that okay, these many pratyas are being applied and at the end result is coming like this in the form of the like
That one.
Yeah, at the initial stage when you were explaining the chart of the different Shabdrupas, then so we got an idea. But here it's the problem is that we don't know what exactly substitution is means, what is happening. So that is
Just have that idea, no, Matre. Just have that simple idea. Even if I showed that Su Pratyaya is getting transformed, Rama plus Su is there, and there are many sutras, then you are getting Rama. Did you understand any of the sutras? What is happening?
not
Nothing, no?
sutras, but we understood then that there are different sutras which are being applied, that there is some deletion, so end result is coming like this.
So simple, in the similar way, what you do is, who is there and tip is there. Okay, who is there and tip is there.
Yeah.
And first of all, lakara is being applied, lat lakara. Then they are substituted by ting pratyas. Okay.
Prabhuji, you can
And
explain with
there are
some
some other sutras, then it becomes bhavat. So what are those sutras? I can show, I have not included in the slide today, but I can show some other time, maybe next class I can show.
Okay.
Prabhuji, you can give with like if lang lakara is there, so bhavishyati it will become right. Bhavishyati.
No, lang lakara it will become abhavat.
Abhavat, yeah, right. And for future lot lakara, I think by that it will become
Rit
bhavishyati.
lakara. Rit lakara will become bhavishyati.
So like that, so that this can be visualized, like how first like abhavat. So a is applied first, then it's pratyaya ti will apply.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, this whole process, I don't want to get into details. So just have that idea now that the pratyayas, when they are applied to bhu dhatu, and just before suffixing the pratyayas to one dhatu, actually lat lakara is being applied. So for example, lat lakara is being applied, then another lakara, if you take lang lakara or lit lakara, then lit lakara will be applied, then same thing pratyayas will be applied. But we will get different forms. Like
bhavishyati, bhavishyatah, bhavishyanti.
That is of lit lakara.
Lit lakara,
So
yeah.
dhatu was there and lit lakara was applied. Then lit lakara was substituted by ting pratyas. Then we got bhavishyati, bhavishyatah, bhavishyanti, bhavishyasi, bhavishyatah, bhavishyatha, bhavishyami, bhavishyava, bhavishyam. Okay. So step one is that first lat lakara has to be applied to the dhatu, bhu dhatu. Step two, ting pratyayas are substitutes for lat lakara. Not for only lat lakara, all the lakaras. So ting pratyayas are substitutes for lat lakara. Then they are applied to one dhatu, bhu, we get kriyapadas. Okay, so bhu dhatu is there and we have ting pratyayas. When they are applied, we get bhavati, bhavata, bhavanti, bhavasi, bhavata, bhavata. In that way, we get the forms. And these steps are to be followed in all the 10 lakaras. So there will be bhu dhatu, then we will have one of the lakaras, then they will be substituted by ting pratyayas, then we will get forms. So before ting pratyayas are suffixed, actually lakara is there originally, and lakara will be substituted by ting pratyayas. So I am just adding that, that step between dhatu and ting pratyaya. So before the step of ting pratyayas are applied to the dhatu, lakaras are actually applied to the dhatu, and ting pratyayas they become substitutes for the particular lakara, and then we get different forms. Okay.
Prabhu?
I will. So there are 10 suffixes for lakaras. We get kriyapada. Ting pratyayas replace the lakaras and they are 18 in number. Ting pratyayas replace the lakaras and these are 18 in number. Okay. Now, between ting pratyayas also, in the ting pratyayas also, we have 18 ting pratyayas, and these 18 ting pratyayas, they are divided into two sets of Parasmai pada and Atmani pada. We have ting pratyayas which are applied. So originally lakara will be applied and lakara will be substituted by ting pratyayas, and in ting pratyayas there are two divisions: Parasmai pada and Atmani pada. So tit, tas, chi, sip, thas, tha, and mip, vas, mas, they are called Parasmai pada, ting pratyayas. And ta atam jha, thas atham dvam, it vahi mahi. These are Atmanepada things.
Prabhu, a question. Ubhay pad doesn't have any nine in combination.
Ubhaypada is different, Mataji. We are talking the divisions of presently pratyas, ting pratyas. So the divisions of the dhatu, the classifications of the dhatu, the second classification of the dhatu, I will discuss that later.
Okay.
But presently, I am discussing the divisions of ting pratyas. Ubhaypada I will discuss. Okay. Now you just understand that ting pratyas, there are two types of ting pratyas, two divisions, parasmai pada and atmanepada. So the first nine, they are called parasmai pada ting pratyas. And the second the second set of nine ting pratyas, they are called atmanepada ting pratyas. So in that way, we have 18 ting pratyas. Okay. Among them, first nine are called parasmai pada pratyas, and the rest nine are called atmanepada pratyas. Okay. Is it clear for everyone? Sadayogi Prabhu, do you have any question?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are two divisions in the pratyas. Parasmai pada pratyas and Atmanepada. Okay. Now in Sanskrit grammar, we have
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Haan.
Prabhuji, so what is the difference between these two, Parasmai Pade and Atmane? When is like I now understood that lakaras will be for different lakaras, there will be different forms of ting pratyay when they will be substituted. So how when we have to use Parasmai Pade, when Atmane Pade, what is the difference? Why two different set of pratyas here?
I will explain that, please.
Okay.
So now you understand, in Sanskrit grammar, we have three voices for the verb. We have three voices. In English, we have active voice and passive voice. Active voice and passive voice. Okay. In Sanskrit, we have three voices: active voice, passive voice, and impersonal voice. So these are the three voices for the verb. And what is the meaning of kartari prayogaha? What is the meaning of karmani prayogaha? What is the meaning of bhave prayogaha? I will discuss later. Just hold on. Okay. So just have some patience. These all the three prayogas, I will discuss them later. But just have that this information that we have three types of prayogas in Sanskrit grammar. Okay. Kartari prayogaha, that is active voice; karmani prayoga, that is passive voice; and bhave prayoga, that is impersonal voice. In active voice or kartari prayogaha, either or both of the padas are used according to the type of dhatu. For example, the dhatu bhu, 1p means what? 1 means the first gana, and p means parasmai pada. Okay. So, for example, the dhatu bhu, first gana, is of first gana, and it's parasmai padi. So the second classification of dhatu was parasmai padi, ubhai padi, atmane padi, and ubhai padi. So bhu is first gana, belongs to first gana, and parasmai padi. Bhu means to be, and being type B, parasmai padi takes one of the parasmai pada suffixes in the active voice. Takes one of the parasmai pada suffixes in active voice. Then deep is of fourth gana and is A. A means atmane pada dhatu. And being type A, atmane padi, takes one of the atmane pada suffixes in active voice. Rud, seventh gana, and U is ubhai padi, to obstacle. Being type U, ubhai padi, takes both Parasmaipada and Atmanepada suffixes in active voices. So those dhatus which take Parasmaipada suffixes in active voice, they are called Parasmaipadi dhatus. Second classification of dhatu. And which takes Atmanepada suffixes only in active voice, those are called Atmanepadi dhatus. And those dhatus which take Parasmaipadi and Atmanepada pratyayas in active voice, those dhatus are called Ubhaipadi dhatus. In and impersonal voice or Karmani prayogaha and Bhave prayogaha, only Atmanepada suffixes are used regardless of the type of the dhatu. In Karmani prayoga and Bhave prayogaha, the dhatu which is there will have only Atmanepada suffixes only will be there, will be applied to the dhatu. It could be all of the dhatus. It could be Parasmaipadi dhatu, Atmanepadi dhatu, or Ubhaipadi dhatu. So Atmanepada suffix will only be applied. For example, all dhatus such as Dhu, first Gana and Parasmaipadi dhatu. To be, Deep is fourth Gana and Atmanepadi. And Rud is 7U. Take Atmanepada suffixes in passive voice and impersonal voice. So passive is Karmani prayoga and impersonal voice is Bhave prayoga. And they take Atmanepada suffixes only. All the dhatus, irrespective of. Okay. More. Now, Parasmaipadi dhatavaha or Parasmaipadi dhatus, what does that mean? Few dhatus allow addition of only Parasmaipada pratyayas. Such dhatus are called Parasmaipadins in active voice only. Kindly note it down. This Parasmaipadi dhatus, the meaning is given only in Kartari prayoga. So when in active voice, these Parasmaipada pratyayas are applied to the dhatu. And Atmanepada pratyayas, they don't apply to the dhatu in Kartari prayoga. But in Karmani prayoga, Atmanepada dhatus will also be applied to the Parasmaipadi dhatus in Karmani prayoga. And similarly in Bhave prayoga. Okay. So in Kartari prayoga, active voice, the Parasmaipadi dhatus which are there, so they will take only the Parasmaipada pratyayas. Atmanepada pratyayas will not be applied to the Parasmaipadi dhatus in Kartari prayoga for the Parasmaipadi dhatus. But in Karmani prayoga, Atmanepada pratyayas will also be applied to the Parasmaipadi dhatus. And in Bhave prayoga also, Atmanepada pratyayas will be applied. Okay. Atmanepada dhatus, these are the classifications I am doing. Second classification of the dhatu. There are two classifications based on the ganas, and second one is 3 types: Parasmaipada dhatus, Atmanepadi dhatus, and the Ubhaipadi dhatus. Atmanepadi dhatus, few dhatus allow addition of only Atmanepada pratyayas. And such dhatus are called Atmanepadins in active voice only. In Kartari prayoga, the Atmanepadi dhatus will be applied to the Atmanepada pratyayas. Parasmaipada pratyayas will not be applied to Atmanepada dhatus in Kartari prayoga. And similarly, in Karmani prayoga also, Atmanepada pratyayas will be applied to the Atmanepadi dhatus. And similarly, in Bhave prayoga also, the Atmanepada pratyayas will be applied to the Atmanepadi dhatus. But in Kartari prayoga, there is negation. Parasmaipadi pratyayas will not be applied to Atmanepada dhatus. And in Karmani prayoga, Atmanepada pratyayas will be applied to the Atmanepadi dhatus. Parasmaipadi pratyayas will not be applied to the Atmanepadi dhatus. In Karmani prayoga, we don't have any. Okay. In active voice only, we have such type of thing. What is the meaning of Ubhaipadi dhatus? Few dhatus allow addition of both Parasmaipada and Atmanepada Pratyaya, such dhatus are called Ubhaypadins. That means all of the 18 pratyas will be applied. So there are some dhatus which take both of the Parasmaipada and Atmanepada pratyas. And those dhatus are classified as Ubhaypadi dhatus. So in Kartari Prayogaha also, Parasmaipada pratyas will be applied to Ubhaypadi dhatus, and Atmanepada pratyas will also be applied to the Ubhaypadi dhatus. And similarly, in Karmani Prayogaha, Atmanepada pratyas are there. Only Atmanepada pratyas are only applied in Karmani Prayogaha. We have forms of Atmanepadi dhatus applied by the Atmanepada pratyas only in Karmani Prayogaha. So Atmanepada pratyas will be applied to the Ubhaypadi dhatus. We have Atmanepada forms. And in Bhave Prayoga also, we will have Atmanepada forms. Okay. Now, how many forms? Counting. Okay, now we understood that some pratyas will be applied to Parasmipadi in Kartari Prayogaha. In Karmani Prayoga, Atmanepada pratyas will also be applied to Parasmipadi dhatus. Similarly, in Bhave Prayoga also, the Atmanepada pratyas will be applied to the Parasmipadi dhatus. But in Kartari Prayoga, Atmanepada pratyas will not be applied to the Parasmipadi dhatus. So few dhatus allow addition of only Parasmaipada pratyas. Such dhatus are called Parasmaipadins or Parasmaipadi dhatus. In active voice only. But in Karmani Prayoga, Atmanepada pratyas will also be applied to the Parasmaipadi and in Bhave Prayoga. So how many forms it makes? Because Lat Lakaraha is there. Okay. And we have Parasmipada and Atmanepada. In Kartari Prayoga, for the Parasmipadi dhatus, only the Parasmipada pratyas only will be applied. And Parasmipada pratyas are how many? 9 pratyas are there. So when we apply 9 pratyas to one dhatu in particular lakara, so we get 9 forms. Similarly, second lakara is lit. We get 9 forms. Then lut lakara, 9 forms. Lit lakara, 9 forms. Lot lakara, 9 forms. Lang lakara, 9 forms. Vidring lakara, 9 forms. Ashiling also, lung also, ring also, we get 9 forms. In that way, in Kartari Prayogaha, for the Parasmipadi dhatus, how many forms will be there? In Kartari Prayogaha, when we apply Parasmipadi pratyas to Parasmipadi dhatus, how many forms will be there? In
90.
Kartari Prayoga,
90
forms. In Karmani Prayoga, Atmanepada pratyas will also be applied to Parasmipadi dhatus. Then how many forms will we get? 90 forms will we get. 90 plus 90, 180.
180.
In Bhave Prayogaha, Atmanepada forms are applied, but each lakara will have only one form. How come? Because in Atmanepada pratyas also, the third person singular. In Atmanepada pratyas also, third person singular or ta will only be applied to the Parasmipadi dhatu in Bhave Prayogaha. In Bhave Prayogaha, in Atmanepada pratyas also, the third person singular pratyay will only be applied to that particular dhatu. So that's why Lat Lakara will be applied to the dhatu and it will be substituted by the Atmanepada pratyay in Bhave Prayogaha, and we will get only one form in Lat Lakara. In Lit Lakara, the Atmanepada pratyay's third person singular pratyay will be applied. So then we will get only one form. In that we will get 10 lakaras, we will get only 10 forms because the third person singular pratyaya of Atmanepada will only be suffixed to the Parasmipadi dhatus. In that way, how many forms we got in Bhave Prayogaha? 10 forms. 90 plus 90 plus 10, 190. Okay. Are you getting it? Is it more understandable now or still confusion?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You are getting it? Yes?
Yeah. We'll watch the
Can you?
recording again, but yeah, I'm getting.
Yeah. If you
Uh,
don't understand, then you can refer the lecture again.
can you again properly define the meaning of parasmay, atmane? What is the meaning of parasmay,
Prabhu,
atmane?
I'm telling that I will tell this later. I will tell this later. So just hold on. Just hold on.
Okay.
I have that slide. Just hold on first. But presently, just count the forms. How many forms are there? And what is the mechanism happening here? So in Kartari Prayoga, Parasipada Pratyayas will be applied. In Karmani Prayoga, Atmani Pada Pratyayas will be applied. And in Bhave Prayoga, the the third Atmanepada Pratyayas in the first one, third person singular Pratyaya will be applied to that. So in that way, we will get 190 forms. Okay. Atmanepada dhatus. Few dhatus allow addition of only Atmanepada Pratyaya. Such dhatus are called Atmanepadins in active voice only. So in Kartari Prayoga, those dhatus which take only Atmanepada Pratyayas, not Parasipada Pratyayas, they are called Atmanepadi dhatus. And in Karmani Prayoga, Atmanepada Pratyayas will naturally be applied to will be suffixed to the dhatus. And Bhave Prayoga also, the Atmanepada first form, the first pratyay only will be applied to the Atmanepada Pratyayas, Atmanepadi dhatus. So in that way, 90 plus 90 plus 10, it becomes 190. Okay. Then Ubhayapadi dhatus, few dhatus allow addition of both Parasmipada and Atmanepada Pratyaya. Such dhatus are called Ubhayapadis. So that means in Kartari Prayoga, Parasmipada Pratyayas are also applied to Ubhayapadi dhatus and Atmanepada Pratyayas are also applied to the Ubhayapadi dhatus. And in Karmani Prayoga, naturally Atmanepada Pratyayas are applied to the Ubhayapadi dhatus, and in Bhave Prayoga, the Atmanepada Pratyayas are applied to the Ubhayapadi dhatus. In that way, how many forms do we get? 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 10. So Ubhayapadi dhatus will have how many forms? 280 forms. Okay. For example, this is which Gana? Very first Gana, Vadi Gana. Okay. And Bhu is the dhatu. Bhu is the dhatu here. Okay. So Bhavati, Bhavataha, Bhavanti. In Lat Lakara, we have forms. In Lat Lakara, so Lat Lakara is substituted by the Ting Pratyayas. Then we get Bhavati, Bhavataha, Bhavanti, Bhavasi, Bhavataha, Bhavatha, Bhavami, Bhavava, Bhava. These are 9 forms. Then Lit Lakara, again 9 forms. Then Lut Lakara, again 9 forms. Then Lit Lakara, again 9 forms. Lot Lakara, Lang Lakara, Vidhiling Lakara, Ashiling Lakara, Lung Lakara, Ring Lakara. So in that way, we get the 9 forms, all of the forms, 90 forms we get in the Kartari Prayoga. In Karmani Prayoga, also we get, for each Lakara, we get 9 forms. So Anubhuyate, Anubhuyethe, Anubhuyante, Anubhuyase, Anubhuyethe, Anubhuyatve, Anubhuye, Anubhuyavahe, Anubhuyam. Okay, in that way, we get forms. In Bhave Prayoga, we get only 10 forms. Bhuyate, Bhavuve, Bhavita, Bhavishyate, Bhuyatam, Abhuyata, Bhavuve, Bhavishishta, Abhavi, and Abhavishyata. So these other things are option forms. In that way, we get 190 forms of one dhatu in 10 lakaras and in 3 voices. Kartari Prayoga, Kartari Prayoga, and Bhave Prayoga. So these are the things. These are the classifications of the dhatu. First of all, the 10 groups of conjugations. Based on that, then second classification is 3 types: Parasmipada, Parasmipadi dhatus, Atman dhatu, and Upadi dhatu. Now, is it clear for everyone, these classifications? Is it clear? Ashwini Mataji, is it clear for you?
No, I will see the PPT. After this slide is away, I have to see it again. I have to slide and I have to, because this information which we need to repeat it 2 times so that it will be picturized in the frame.
Yes, Shyamla Prabhu, are you getting
We'll
it?
do it on the frame.
Yes, Prabhu. Again, it's like as the devotees have told, I'll have to go through this again as well, but getting the concept.
Yeah, no problem. If you just repeat it, you will get it.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yep.
I'm sharing the PPT slides. I'm sharing the PDF. You just refer the notes. It will become, when you understand, it will become very easy. It's so simple concept actually, but it just needs that you need some more exposure. You need more revision. Then you will get it.
Yes, Prabhu.
So we have 2000 dhatus and we have 2 types of classifications, 10 groups of conjugations, 10 ganas, then 3 types parasipati dhatus, atmanipati dhatus and ubhayipati dhatus. Okay. Now here, what happened? So these certain dhatus have been listed, designated as atmanipada, certain as parasipada and certain as ubhayipata. And at the beginner level, these have to be understood by designation only. Presently, just for, at the beginner level, just understand this thing that Parasipada, Atmanepada and Ubhaypada, just as designations only, you understand. The intricacies about the meaning of Parasipada and Atmanepada is little bit difficult to understand at the present level. It will confuse you. Okay, and I discussed with my Acharya long back about this subject matter, my teacher, when I was in Tamil Nadu. So he also told me same thing, that these usages or the literal meanings of Parasipada and Atmanepada and Ubhayapadi dhatus and the usages have gone extinct now. They have gone extinct in the Navya or the new Kavyas. So in the recent generations, the kavyas, when they are there in the shlokas also, so the literal meanings of parasipadi dhatus and atmanepadi dhatus have gone extinct. So now they don't use in that sense, and it's little bit difficult, and it's more it will be confusing if I tell the literal meaning of parasipadi and atmanepadi. So I know information. I know what is actually happening there. What is the meaning of Atmanepada and Parasipada. But because there are some dhatus which are categorized in Parasipadi dhatus and some dhatus are categorized in Atmanepadi dhatus, so it will contradict the meaning of, in some dhatus, it will contradict the meaning of the dhatus and the Atmanepada and Parasipada, the meaning of those. So at the beginner's level, I would advise you that just indicate them only by the designation. So don't go into the meanings presently. Parasmipada means something like interaction we do with other person. Atmanepada means only that we are indicating that verb for ourselves only. So you see, but in Aham, if you see in the Atmanepada forms, if you see, so in that there are some dhatus which are there in the Uttam Purusha. In Uttam Purusha, always we use that dhatu for ourselves, not for some other person. So this is the thing I was discussing with my Acharya before. So he also told same thing, that now even presently we also don't use the literal meaning of Parasipada and Atmanipadi. And the Rishis before, they used to use and in that way, but presently it has gone extinct. So it's not being used by present kavis. Even presently, those who write kavyas and other things. So they don't use the Atmanipadi dhatus in the sense that the meaning of the Atmanipada. So they just use the Atmanipada. Okay. Sometimes there is a connection between Parasipada and Atmanipadas, and there are more things inside that. So I apologize for that, but this is the thing. So presently at the beginner level, you just understand these dhatus at the designation only. Don't get into the meanings of Parasipada and Atmanipad. it will just confuse you. Okay. So it's not that these are all like concoction only, but deep meaning is there. And before rishis used to do that, but presently it is not being used. Okay. So like that. Then same thing. We just like that. Then we will just revise whatever we have studied now. So, Sadayogi Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
How many lakaras are there in Sanskrit grammar?
Yeah, 10 lakarats.
Explain the process of suffixing one dhatu. Whole mechanism. Please explain.
You're asking to me this one?
Yes.
To explain the process of suffixing a dhatu. So dhatu is there is a suffix pratyaya, two types of pratyaya, vikaran pratyaya and the ling pratyaya.
Ting pratyaya.
Ting pratyaya. So the first, when it comes to application of the lakara, the dhatu is always suffixed with the lakara, but later it is substituted by the ting pratyaya. And those pratyayas are depend upon their atmane pade, parasmay pade, atmane pade, and basically these two important form, or some of them they are ubhayapadi also. So as per the then three, kartari prayog, karmani prayog, and the bhave prayog, there are then different combinations of how many pratyayas will get added for each dhatu as per the 10 lakara.
In parasipada dhatus, in kartari prayoga, which pratyas will be applied in kartari prayoga?
In parasmay pada kartari prayoga, you mean to say parasmay pada? Okay, there are 9 pratyayas. Yeah, for the yes. Lut type, if it is there, then as it is mentioned here that tip, tas, and thi, sip, thus, tha, and miss, was, and must. This kind of the pratyaya will get added 9.
Yes, 9 pratyas will be added to the lat lakara, then lit lakara. In that way, all of the 10
each.
Okay. So in that way, how many forms do we get? 90 forms in
90
kartari prayoga.
forms.
In karmani prayoga, what will happen? Atmane pada pratyas will also be applied to the parasipadi dhatus. Even though they are parasipadi dhatus, and in kartari prayoga, in that sense only parasipada pratyas will be applied to the parasipadi dhatus. But in karmani prayoga, atmane pada pratyas will also be applied to the parasipadi dhatus. And similarly, in the bhave prayoga also, the atmane pada pratyaya, the very first one, the very first pratyaya of atmane pada pratyaya will be applied to one dhatu, and to that dhatu. So in bhave prayoga, in that way we will get 10 forms In Kartari Prayoga, we will get 90 forms, Karmani Prayoga 90 forms, and Bhave Prayoga 10 forms.
Yeah.
In Atmanepada Dhatus, Kartari Prayoga, Parasipada Pratyas will not be applied in all the 10 lakaras. But Atmanepada Pratyas will only be applied to the 10 lakaras, in the 10 lakaras to the dhatu. And in Karmani Prayoga, Atmanepada Pratyas will naturally be applied to the Atmanepada Dhatus. In Bhave Prayoga, the very first Pratyaya in the Atmanepada Pratyaya will be applied to the Dhatus. So in that way, we will get again 190 forms. In Ubhayapadi Dhatus, Parasipada Pratyas also, Atmanepada Pratyas also will be applied. In Kartari Prayoga will be applied to the one Dhatu. And similarly, in the Karmani Prayoga also, we will get the Atmanepada Pratyas will be applied to the one Dhatu. In Bhave Prayoga also, the first laka, the first form, the first pratyaya of Atmanepada Pratyas will be applied to the dhatu in all the lakaras. Then we will get 10 forms. So in that way, we will get 280
forms.
280 forms. Yes. 70 plus 10. So like that we get. Okay. Madhur Ganga Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
What are the two divisions of Ting Pratyas?
Parasmaipada and Atmanipada.
What is the second classification in which dhatus are classified?
Second classification in which dhatus are classified.
Second
There are
classification.
three types of pada:
dhatus.
Parasmaipada, Atmanipada, and Ubhayapada.
Perfect. How many forms for those dhatus which take Parasmapada Pratyas only?
190 forms.
190 forms. Yes. And same in how many forms for those dhatus which take Atmanepadas Pratyas only?
Also 190.
190. And the last question, how many forms for those which take both Parasipada and Atmanepada Pratyas?
That is 280 forms.
280 forms. Perfect. You got it. Now, how we will know which dhatu will take which pratyaya? Yes. How we will know which dhatu will take which set of pratyas? So here is a book. These are the list of 2000 dhatus. These are the list of 2000 dhatus. So this is Dhatu Kosha or dictionary of dhatus. So in that, if you see here, so just take the C1. So C is the dhatu here. Okay, C is the dhatu amsh. And in the D column, we are indicating 10, 1, 1, 1, this 10, 1, 1. What it is that these numbers are indicating the ganas of the dhatus. So 10 means the 10th gana, dashama gana. First means first gana. The ak belongs to first gana. Then ank belongs to first gana. In that way, which dhatu is belonging to which gana? That is written in the D column. Okay. Then in E, the E column, what it is mentioning? UPA. U means Ubhayapadi dhatus. So Ansh is the Ubhaypada dhatu. And Ak dhatu is a P here. P means Parasipadi dhatu. And Atmanipadi dhatus. Atmanipadi dhatu. Which dhatu is what? So that is being written here. So Arth is U, Ubhayapadi dhatu. Arb is Parasipadi dhatu. And it belongs to first gana. Okay. In that way, for all the dhatus, 2000 dhatus are there. You can refer this whole book. I will share this and you can go through it. So you will get to know. So is it Atmanepada or is it Parasipadi dhatu? Okay. Any questions here?
Prabhuji, there are some apps directly Dhaturup Manjari
Ah.
apps are there. Shabdarup Manjari also.
I see. I
Very,
see.
very easy to.
Yeah.
Sir.
Please refer. No problem. No issues. You can share the link, and
Yeah.
we can share in the group. So those devotees, those who want to refer those forms of the dhatus based on the lakaras, they can refer that app, and you can get the kriyapadas. No problem. Okay. Is it becoming difficult to understand, Sadayogi Prabhu or any other devotee? Is it becoming difficult or is it clear? What do you think, Sadayogi Prabhu? Is it difficult to understand this thing?
Actually, this need to be repeated.
Yeah,
I
again and
believe.
again.
Yeah. So one more time, I probably need to be done so that we again understand it properly.
Yeah, that's what. Actually, in practice session, I repeat everything which is taught in yesterday's class.
Yes.
So those devotees who want repetition, who want revision, they can come to the practice session. If they are not able to come, then they can hear the recording, I feel. Because the classes which are happening in evening, in that I cannot, it's difficult sometimes to do again revision, again teach everything, because I have to cover some syllabus now. Every day I have some target. So today I targeted to clear, fully cover all of the Kriyapadas, but still it's remaining. Already it is 8:30 now. But Kriyapadas are so huge, it's remaining still. Now I wanted to teach about Lakara. Sorry?
Daytime we need to come and join.
Even in
Practice.
Lakaras, they indicate more two things like voices and tense and mood. So then there are three types of voices. Then there are 10 types of Lakaras. So each Lakara denotes which tense, which mood, and when to use which one. Okay. So that is another thing. Like Lat Lakara should be used in present tense, Lit Lakara should be used in past tense, but that should not be witnessed by the speaker. Okay, so in that way, things are, see, I'm giving everything, I'm giving all the stuff, I'm giving all the material systematic way. Just you have to follow and do revision, again, revise all the concepts, you'll get it. It's very easy. It's very easy.
Prabhuji, if it is possible that you can provide the examples, like one examples of all this.
For all the?
All the concepts, like it will be used examples, but like for every lakara where it is used in Parasmepad and Atmanepad.
That point will come later. Today already time is finished. That's why I'm not teaching now. But Lakara, what is the meaning of Lakara, that I will teach later. But example I have given here. Like for example, this I have given of Bhu. There is Bhu Dhatu. And it's a Parasmepadi Dhatu. So that's why Parasmepadi Pratyas will only be applied. So you see, this is Parasmepadi Dhatu and Kartari Prayogaha. In Kartari Prayogaha, 1 second.
Yeah, like that. Kartari Prayoga, something to subject Bhavati. Like Patati, Aham Pustakam Patati.
So in Kartari Prayogaha, the Parasmepadi Pratyas will be applied in each Lakara. Lat Lakara we have 9 forms. Then Lit Lakara we have 9 forms. In that way, all the 10 Lakaras we have, and we have 9 forms in each Lakara. Okay, then Karmani, because it's the Parasmepadi Dhatu, so in Kartari Prayoga we will not have Atmanipadi Pratyas. Okay, in Karmani Prayoga, Atmanipada Pratyas will be suffixed to Dhatu, to the Bhu Dhatu. It will become Anubhuyate, Anubhuyante, Anubhuyate, Anubhuyante. In that way, there will be the forms, Shabdatus, for all of the Lakaras. Then after that, in Bhave Prayoga, the first Pratyaya of Atmanipada Pratyaya, the will be applied to the...
For Karmani and Bhave, always Atmanepadi is only used to.
Sorry? Which one?
For Karmani Prayog and Bhave Prayog, always Atmanepadi is used. Whether it is
always.
So
always.
that is clear. But the examples like sentences, actually, if
sentence
we can
examples, Mataji, that will be huge. Already we have 190 forms, and it's difficult to give 190 examples for each one. It's huge. But I can give you some examples for some lakaras that I have collections. But for each lakara, for each prayoga, huge.
lecture attend karna.
Sorry? Yes, so I can give some examples later on after I cover whole of the Kriyapada chapter. I cover all of the lakaras also, and in which lakara what meaning has to be, which meaning has to be given, and then other things. Yes, I can give some.
Not all like 190, 190, 280, but one lakara, like for the lat lakara, all this
That I
form.
will be giving. That I will be giving when I will be teaching lat lakara, when I will be teaching lit lakara, when I will be teaching lang lakara, when I will be teaching lod lakara. I will be giving at those time. I will be giving many examples.
For Parasmapad
So
Atmanepad.
until now, I have not taught. I am just giving some type of structure mechanism how Kriyapadas work.
Yes, sir.
Overview type.
What I am saying is in this form, like for lat lakara, in Parasmapadi dhatu, kartari, karmani, bhava, 3 type. Then for Atmanepadi dhatu, for same lat lakara, kartari, karmani, bhava. This 3, 6, and 3 or 4. 6 plus 4, 10 around for lat lakara only. 10 sentences formed like that. So that will make more clear.
Yes.
And at that time, we can understand more properly that concept.
Yeah. Everything cannot be taught at once, but gradually only will come. So the examples for these lakaras will come gradually when I will teach respective lakaras. When I will teach respective lakara, lat, lit, lo, then I will be giving examples. So that time for each of the prayoga, not for only kartari. I will be giving for kartari also, karmani also, and bhave also. No problem.
Yes.
But it's not possible for all of the 280 forms, 190 forms.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Gokulananda bro.
One.
Prabhu, no, I just want to mention that you share in your Google Drive that Dhatu Rupa Parichaya, correct?
Yes, Dhatu Rupa Parichaya.
So there it's all the forms. There are some of the Lat, Takara, Lit, and Atmanepada and Parasmaipada and Ubayapada.
Forms are there. Forms are there.
come on.
She's asking the examples for the forms. So the form should be there in the example, in a sentence.
In sentences, you want to see, because all the tables are there.
Tables are there in Brihat Dhatu Kusumakara also tables are there. That is no issue. We can get all the tables. But she's asking for the examples, which is sometimes challenging to get all of the examples.
Yes,
because no one has collected that, and I have already researched that way, but I did not get any book which gives examples for all of the forms. But some examples we get for some lakaras, not for all. Yes, we can create also some examples. Sadavika.
Yeah. So Prabhu, so far, what was my understanding when I was asking the meaning, because you mentioned that, okay, and nowadays those meanings of these terms, Parasmay Atmani, are outdated, extinct. And what I heard about Parasmay Pada. Parasmay means when Karta he is performing some action for others' sake. Parasmay. Then those just like Deva Dattaha, that example is given in the this reference book. Deva Dattaha Pachati, and he is cooking for others.
Okay.
Then Parasmay Pada. But when he is doing for himself, Karta, when he is doing action for himself, then it becomes Deva Datta Pachate, and he is doing for himself, Atmane. Now, this general definition, it may be applicable for few dhatus, it may not be applicable for few dhatus, but we get an understanding, okay, Parasmay Pada means that kriya which is performed for others' sake. Karta is doing the kriya दूसरों के लिए, फॉर अदर्स, एंड व्हेन कर्ता अपने खुद के लिए क्रिया करता है, फॉर हिमसेल्फ, देन आत्मनेपदे, दिस इज जनरल व्हाट वी यूज टू हियर.
In the Parasipada Atmanepada.
Yeah. So Parasmaipade is Devadattah Pachati. Pachati yani
There
he
are other dhatus, Prabhu, which will contradict this meaning.
Yeah,
Which will
yeah.
contradict this meaning. And
But
unnecessarily, I don't want to create confusion for the students. Like after this class, the next class, I will be introducing some of the dhatus. So then in those dhatus, when the meaning will come and when they will think that Parasipada means for others and Atmanepada means for oneself. So how can you tell, for example, khadati? Khadati means what? You are doing for others. How can you do for others?
Yeah.
You have to do for yourself only. So that will contradict this meaning.
Yeah.
So it's very much, that's why I don't want to, I know this meaning already we have discussed so many times, we have gone into so more examples also. But it is contradicting with many famous dhatus. It's contradicting with many famous khadati, nrityati. Nrityati, you are going to, dancing means you will only do dance now. Other will not do dance. If you are telling nrityami, aham nrityami, then you will nrityami, you will do yourself, you will nritya, you will do nritya. Other person will not do nritya. That is different story. Then that is saha nrityati. That is different thing. But if you tell aham nrityami, that means you are doing nritya. So then Atmanepada form will be different. Parasipada form will be different. So I don't want to confuse students. That's why I didn't. That's why I told at the beginner level, just consider it as a designation only for some dhatus and for some dhatus, Atmanepada. You get it, bro? Why I'm not telling this thing?
Yeah. For some of the dhatu, you
not
cannot
for some dhatus which are not famous. I'm telling that dhatus which are famous, very, very famous, which we use daily. Now, one Mataji, who is that? Parun Mataji was asking me that what is the meaning of, I'm just don't want to discuss this. Unnecessarily, it will create confusion. Unnecessarily, they will, then next time they will ask, Prabhuji, khata mein, here Parasipada means action for others, but khata mein we are doing for ourselves. How the meaning is contradicting. Then what I will answer that time. So unnecessarily, I don't want to create that type of confusion. So
or is it that almost 80% they follow this rule, and exceptionally 10 to 20% they don't follow? Is it something
not
like
at
that?
all. Actually, major actually, you can see it's contradicting. And in some places only this Parasipada is following, the literal meaning is being followed. So it's not major like that. But I feel like whatever I have understood, I feel that Parasmipada, the word Parasmipada has deeper meanings. Not the meaning, not only the meaning which you mentioned just now, but it has more deeper meanings, which we don't have any. Presently, I have no information about that, but I'm still doing research on that if anything I get, if there are some more deeper meanings stated by some of the acharyas, then I can tell you. But until now, I have not got any deeper meanings of Parasipada and why Parasipadi dhatus, why that term is being used. So definitely, I feel there are deeper meanings to this Parasipada and Atmanepada, and that's why acharyas told this word Parasipada and Atmanepada.
Yeah.
Even Roditi is there. Rodimi. So if you tell, then you cannot cry. You are only crying. I am crying. So other is not crying. Other is not crying. You are not crying for like others in that way. So you are crying for yourself because you are yourself depressed or you are yourself you're not happy. So, I understand there are some devotees who are sometimes devotees, they don't understand this. This concept Kriyapada is little bit tough, little bit difficult if you don't revise it. If you just revise, it will be easier. Some devotees are not getting it, I can understand. But if they revise, they will get it easily.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
I have to be very careful. You are also teacher, Bhakti Shastri teacher. You will also know, bro, like when we teach, we have to be foolproof in our speaking sometimes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will create further confusions and we don't want it.
Yeah.
In spiritual subject matter, it's sometimes it's very clear like that. But especially in language teaching, we have to go step by step. Otherwise, unnecessary problem will have unnecessary. Yeah. So first step, what I taught, I was teaching ting pratyas applied to that. First step. Then after gradually, I taught that ting pratyas. Before that, actually lakaras are fixed. Then lakaras are substituted by ting pratyas. If I would have told before only, then it would be more complex. But gradually, and it will contradict the meaning also. Then the tingantam padas, it will contradict the meaning. So that's why I told that point later on. After general meaning, I told that ting pratyas are suffixed to one dhatu, and that's why we call tingantam pada. Then later on, I told that actually lakaras are originally applied, then lakaras are substituted by the ting pratyas.
Yeah. Another thing, see, practically it's very difficult to memorize all the pratyas for all the forms. So that means even the scholars, the teachers, they need to always refer Shabda Rupa and Dhatu Rupa. Even when they read this scripture, they need, as soon as they have a doubt, immediately they need to refer Shabda Rupa, Dhatu Rupa, and then find out the meaning, Kriyapada meaning.
There are some Kriya Padas which are very famous and their forms are very much similar to the other Dhatus form, the other conjugation of names. So like very famous, for example, Bhavati is there. So Bhavati, Bhavata, Bhavanti, Khadati, Khadata, Khadanti, Nrityati, Nrityata, Nrityanti. Then what else? Roditi, Rodata. In that there will be little bit difference. Roditi, Rudataha, Rudanti, like that. Roditi, Rudataha, Rudanti. Then if we have another some dhatu, so it will almost be same like the Bhavati. There are some dhatus which are declined, which are conjugating in different ways. So then what are the famous, those who are actually teachers, so they will refer dhatu rupas only to refer some exceptional dhatus, very exceptional dhatus which are declined, which are conjugating in very special way. In then that time only they will refer dhatu. Otherwise, for each gana, they will know some 5 dhatus or 5-10 dhatus, principal dhatus they will remember of each gana. And whenever they will get to know that, okay, this dhatu is of this gana, then automatically they will understand, okay, these are the
So we have 10 ganas and we have almost 2000 dhatus. At least now Bhavadi only 1000 goes, but hardly we may be using frequently some 50, 80, maybe that much frequently we use, isn't it?
Yeah. Vadi gana we frequently use. Vadi. Dhatus. Other ganas we use very sometimes, if at all we know the dhatus.
Yeah.
Yes, Shyamlal Prabhu, you can just revise Shyamlal Prabhu. If you are not getting it, you just revise it, you get it easily.
Yes, Prabhu. It's like there are so many new terminologies. So it's like once I review this session, it's like I make the notes, which is a slow note. So it's like I can go back and make a note. So it's like unless I make a note, I cannot understand. So,
No problem.
Yes.
You refer the lecture again, and then
Yes.
you can easily understand. And the slides are very easy to understand. Easily you can get it. Contents.
Yes, Prabhu. And also like slides have so many information, and it's like when I just bullet point that, okay, these are the rules or something, then it's easy to refer. Then I can,
Easy to
it's
refer.
kind of a cheat sheet where it's like I can
Exactly.
refer for the step.
Exactly. Okay, any other comments? Any other thing you would like to share? Yes, Sadayogi,
Prabhuji,
bro. Sometimes you are not able to come
yes,
because
Prabhuji.
of your seva. No problem.
Yes, Prabhuji. Please tolerate.
No.
I will be
Yesterday,
there,
what
but
happened? We were just discussing everyone's performance, and I just told casually. I told to Abhishek that just tell to Prabhuji that it sometimes it feels like bad. It creates bad impression also sometimes. That we have adjusted some times in morning,
yeah.
so it's good that you participate. So
Actually, I was
just
traveling that time exactly.
oh, I
So
see.
that's why I could not join.
You can
Because
inform me, bro. Whenever if it like that, then you can inform me.
I went outside for Bhakti Shastri classes, and I was returning that time only. So also I wanted to avoid that time, but there is no choice for me.
I see.
And also Sadayugi Prabhu brings in a lot of points which clears doubts, because it's like a diverse experience and it helps understand.
Yeah, it's very good. If you take some devotee, if take leads to ask questions, and it's very good. Then churning happens.
Yes.
Thank you. Prabhuji, it
Yes.
will be nice at the end, not all these 2000, but all the ganas, whatever you have mentioned, Badi, Churadi, whatever. Those important dhatus, if you know, with their meaning, that will increase our vocabulary.
Yeah, Prabhu. Yes. After in the next class, I will be giving a whole list of the important verbs from each ganas. Yes. Because
Yes.
in Dhatu Kosha, all the dhatus are there. All the 2000 dhatus are there.
Hmm.
So it will be difficult for you. So I will be giving important dhatus from each gana, which is used in daily transactions in Sanskrit like that, and basically. So I will be providing all the dhatus, and you can refer those forms.
Yeah.
And I will be giving the meanings of those dhatus.
Yeah.
So that will be true. You refer even Enjoyable Sanskrit Grammar Volume 1.
Yes,
Basic structure of the language. You can find so many things.
Yeah,
Whenever you feel to explore more, it's not that you are confined to whatever I'm teaching. Just if you have more curiosity, you explore more from first Enjoyable Sanskrit Grammar Volume, that one. Then in Volume 2 also, Volume 3 also, many things are there. So whenever you get some spare time, then you can refer. I am also taking that basis as a basis to teach.
Yeah. No, I will always go through your PPT. Next day, then I go through the recording with the double speed. Whenever, and then I go through enjoyable that Sanskrit grammar. That helps.
Yeah, very much. Because even the slide which I included here, this one, where it is. This one, this process of how Ting Pratyas are substitutes for Lakar. So this is a screenshot of the book. Nothing else.
Yes.
I have not written it down. I just included the screenshot of the book. And it's from the book. So I'm taking that as a basis. Even this also, these tables, if you see, these are excerpts from that book only. Then what else? Some other things. These things. These are also from book only.
Which book is this?
Enjoyable Sanskrit Grammar Volume 1. Basic structure of the language.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that as a basis. Easily you can refer, cross-check something you want to explore more also. Because before class, I do rehearse. We have to contemplate. Some things have to be mentioned. Some things cannot be mentioned. So that's why I just sometimes I avoid some things to be spoken. In the books, so many things are written. In book, if you see, so much information is there, so much. But if I go topic by topic and if I teach everything I follow like book, na, then
It will
it will
take
be
years.
so difficult for you to understand actually, because many informations are there in each topic, and some information has to be given later on for deep study. So there are levels. Level 1, basics, fundamentals. Level 2, more intricacies. In level 3, more things. Even in the articulation places only, the divisions of the swara vyanjana. So in that also there are many classifications. Many abhyantara prayatna, bahya prayatnas are there.
Yeah.
You know na. So in
Prabhu,
bahya,
I
then we have udatta, anudatta, svarita. We have rasva, dirgha, plutaha. I explain only rasva, dirgha. But there is pluto also. Pluto also. So through the word akara, ayun, rilrik, ayong, ayoj. Akara is including 18 types of akaras. 18 types of akaras. So rasva, udatta, anunasika, rasva, udatta, anunasika. In that way, we have 18 types of akara, 18 types of ikara, 18 types of ukara. If I explain this whole thing now, then gone. Whole course I will just speaking on what is the places of articulation of that. It will go on for
Prabhu, I browsed through that book and it's like it is for undergrad, postgrad, and doctoral level. So it's like it's very detailed
it's
and you
very
are just
deep.
picking up very specific for the foundation. So this
Yeah, foundation. Second level, if those devotees who are interested for more learning, for more deep
yes.
learning, then come for second level. No issue. I'm not not giving. It's not that I don't want to give that information. It's
But
that it
for
is not
this
necessary
curriculum,
for
yeah.
present.
Yeah, for the
Second level, I
curriculum,
will be
it's like
including that information because you already have basis. You already know. Then in third level, I will include more information. I will include more of the concepts.
Between this level and the next level, I need some gap so that I can review in detail like what is covered in the session, because it's like we are having 2 sessions. The gap between them, the time, there are other service also.
Yes. No, the other course, the second level will happen only after 6 months, 8 months only.
Yes.
Because for me also, I need time to plan the
Prabhu.
syllabus. This course which I plan, this course which is happening, I've been thinking for this course. I've been planning for the syllabus before 3 months, 4 months. I planned. Then
But
only I'm
Prabhu,
able to.
But Prabhu, just to compliment that, this is an amazing arrangement of topic, and I have never seen this kind of dedication. Of course, devotees do it this way, but it's like from the material perspective and from the spiritual perspective, the contents what you have arranged is thorough and very honest.
Thank you very much, bro, for your compliments.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best that devotees understand. And my only expectation, my only happiness lies in that devotees enthusiastically participate and they learn and they interact with me. They ask questions. Like Sadayogi Prabhu asked question, I like very much his questions. Top class, very nice. He asks questions and to the point, that point he strikes that point.
Yeah.
So immediately I'm just waiting if someone will ask some question and someone will find some loophole between whatever I'm teaching. So just
Not
waiting
that,
for
that intention of loophole, but
No, those are very
something if it
relevant
is
questions,
not clear,
Prabhuji.
no, then I want to clarify, go deep.
And the
Yeah.
more
That's very
question you ask, it's like it clarifies our doubts as well, because some of the questions which is preempted because it's like you have already asked. So it's like when we review the video, you see that, oh, this question is already addressed. So this is very useful.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we will meet in
Yeah.
on next Monday. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow we will not have classes, but morning practice session will happen.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Morning.
Only tomorrow or day after tomorrow?
Day after tomorrow there will be no practice session.
Okay.
On morning tomorrow there will be practice session.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhus. Thanks, Mataji. Yeah, thanks, everyone. Hare Krishna.